Dear Vincent Ho, it is a pleasure to welcome you to the International ORP Foundation Executive Interview Series 2025. This series spotlights industry leaders who are revolutionizing workplace health and safety. And this year is particularly special as we celebrate the 25th anniversary of the International ORP Foundation in Cartagena de Indias, Colombia. Professor Vincent, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Great. So before we start, let me take a moment to introduce our speaker. Professor Vincent Ho is a global expert in risk management and workplace safety. With over 40 years of experience, he has made a lasting impact on industries, ranging from transportation to nuclear safety. As president of the Institution of Occupational Safety and Health and Secretary General-elect of the Asia Pacific, he is shaping the future of occupational health and safety worldwide. Your contributions are truly remarkable. I would like to ask us if everything is correct.
Yeah, but you can spend an hour on that too.
Thank you so much. So before we dive into the conversation, let me give our audience a quick roadmap for today's discussion. We will start by exploring ways to strengthen workplace safety. Then we will take a look at modern technologies and the way they are transforming risk management. Next, we will discuss key challenges and opportunities in 2025 for building a strong safety culture. And finally, we will talk about the impact of global collaboration and the 25th anniversary of the International ORP Foundation. Professor Vincent, shall we begin?
Yes, please.
Great. So, as the new Secretary General of the Asia Pacific Occupational Safety and Health Organization, you have a significant opportunity to drive impactful change. Vincent, what key initiatives are you planning to implement to strengthen workplace safety and enhance risk prevention in the Asia-Pacific region?
That is a great question all the members of APOSHO is asking about. APOSHO actually stands for Asia Pacific Organization of Occupational Safety and Health. And I go back to our mission. Our mission is to promote, develop, and foster the exchange of knowledge and collaboration between our member organizations to enhance occupational safety and health practices in the Asia-Pacific region. So as the incoming Secretary General, my focus will be on facilitating collaboration and support of our nearly 40 members organizations, which include right now about 25 full members, 3 associate members, and 9 affiliate members in the shared mission to enhance workplace safety across the region. So we will concentrate on key initiatives to improve safety standards and foster greater collaboration and knowledge sharing among our member organizations. These will definitely include strengthening partnerships with international safety bodies, such as the IMechE, the International Network of Safety and Health Organizations, BCSP from the US, the Board of Safety Certified Safety Professionals, and the Institution of Occupational Safety and Health, IOSH, and the Royal Society of the Prevention of Accident, the ROSPA in the UK, to share knowledge not just within the Asia-Pacific region, but grab the good practices, better practices, and best practice around the world. So by building this robust network for exchanging insights and innovative solutions, I'm sure we can collectively address common challenges and other relevant safety standards or issues, so we can totally collectively elevate the safety standard in the Asia-Pacific region. I will also spend energy to promote the integration of emerging technologies you've been talking about, such as wearable devices. We in Hong Kong, I'm actually in Hong Kong right now, we are already going into the smart site safety systems and artificial intelligence. Everybody's talking about DeepSeek, but actually, I've been using that almost every day. Those are really good tools to support a real-time monitoring and predictive safety models. Now, these technology will definitely enhance the way we do risk assessments, collect data, enhancing incident responding to make it faster and more responsive, and also enhance our safety management systems. So by encouraging discussion on these technologies in the region, we can help member organizations within APOSHO and beyond to explore innovative solutions so that we can all improve our workplace safety. So supporting the development of this comprehensive training program can also tailor a different industry across the region in many, many different focuses. We also want to engage with employees, encouraging active participation from the industry through our annual conferences. We have we're running APOSHO conferences every year. This year, 2025, we'll be running APOSHO 39 in India. So rotating between different cities within our membership organizations. So the work of our SD member organization, we're aiming together to foster a culture of safety where every worker will feel empowered. So we deliver seminar on different topics. And at the Osaka Expo this year, we will be delivering a session empowering workplaces with people-centered strategies for occupational safety and health and well-being. So finally, to wrap this up, I want to emphasize the importance of leadership commitment to safety as well, which is essential to the success of all our initiative. Without their pushes, support, and resources given to the membership organizations and facilitate dialogue and sharing examples of this effective leadership skill and types, we hope we can inspire more leaders to demonstrate their dedication through regular communication and resource allocation to safety. So to this end, we will introduce safety awards, APOSHO safety awards, to recognize achievement within our regions for the industry. So hopefully through this initiative, my goal as the Secretary General is to serve as a catalyst for positive change within the organization, supporting our members within the regions in the efforts to improve occupational health and safety across Asia Pacific region. So that will be our initiative, and we need to work together coordinatively and work in a common goal of improving the safety standard in the Asia Pacific region.
That is an ambitious vision. And how do you plan to measure the success of these initiatives?
We will set certain parameters. I don't want to call it KPI because we're not a commercial organizations. So we monitor the parameters. Fortunately, we have many members. As I said, we are closely to 36 and getting a 37th. And also we're activating our 37, 38, 39. So hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have 40 membership organizations. Now, each member organization may have their own membership. They're ranging from less than 100 to 50,000 for IOSH UK. So we can tap into a range of leadership skill, expertise within the industry into different sectors. With that, we can measure our goal by participation, by encouraging the safety standards, also by benchmarking our safety standards within the Asia Pacific regions. We also have functional committees that we share openly our learning, our knowledge, our standard, and our findings. So one of the particular committees that I've been chairing is called the SMS Management Safety Committee. So within that committee, we will have members of the organization exchange ideas, so we can measure our success by the satisfaction within the members, and also looking at the whole safety parameters within the Asia Pacific regions. Now, one way is we are not the government, so we cannot directly push a membership organization to go into certain directions. So we have to draw a picture, we have a common theme, and we want to encourage members to move toward the common theme. Of course, each member organization within each city, each region, each country with their own initiatives. So by finding a common initiative, we can join the synergy between our member organizations and we can roll together forward in a positive way.
It's so inspiring. So moving on, strengthening workplace safety requires not only strategic initiatives, but also innovative solutions. With technology evolving so rapidly, how do you see emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and predictive analytics transforming risk management and occupational safety and health?
Wow, this is a long topic that we can talk forever because the emerging technology coming out almost every day. Starting with the old systems, if you think back, artificial intelligence came out maybe as early on as the 40s, if you count Turing machines, and then we roll into the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, where we have the expert systems, and now rolling into generative AI. I'm pretty exciting about this transformative potential. All these emerging technologies, such as what we call Gen AI and predictive analytics, they're very, extremely helpful. I don't think they're going to replace human workers totally, but in this levelizing risk management approach can help our occupational safety by analyzing a large amount of data quickly. Now, based on the algorithm behind it, we can learn and improve our standards, improve the way we work. Now, this technology also will offer significant opportunities to predict, prevent, and respond to workplace hazards more effectively, providing real-time insights and data-driven predictions. Now, think about if I have a monitoring system looking at a very complex work site. You have to hire a lot of safety officers, supervisors to monitor the workers. Let's say my work site 5,000 workers. There's no way we can hire like every single supervisor to check every person's. So, but with AI-driven monitoring, we're now having programs and CCTVs that can actually track people. With predictive logic and algorithm, we can actually predict the next movement. We might be even able to sound an alarm before the accident actually taking place. We've been working on the 4D scaffolding modeling, looking at the scaffolds, metal scaffold, bamboo scaffold, and to track three-dimensionally how it's going to work out, and use time element to check any shift or any work or any changing the members within the scaffold. Now, this AI algorithm can analyze large number of data quickly and can tell us that this action is going to cause problem. These actions are fine. We can filter out all these significant or non-significant noises. Now, this will probably indicating potential safety risk, and we can quickly take measures and also allowing organization to proactively address hazards and reduce accidents. Now, we talk about wearable devices like smart sensors, smart helmets. If you're powered by AI, it can be improved significantly. In the past, we only carry RFID or heart rate, body temperature, but now we can actually predict the person's key health parameters. We can predict whether that person is going to be having heat problem or cold stress problem or fatigue issues. So these are all in the research network. And with Gen AI coming up, we can also use that and tap into its power to help us to write reports. Now, we used to spend hours to collect data to write reports and then change to different format. And now using Gen AI, well, you're going to be figure out they are not that smart. You need to keep track on it. Sometimes they may not give you the right solution, right answers. So, but they can help to merge information quickly. So you still need to go through it yourself to make sure the action report that you draw all the data together, they create a report for you. You need to go through them and make sure that that is correct. Sometimes they may not be correct. So Gen AI is a good tool. It's like a hammer. If you miss it, you may hit your finger. But if you do it right, you can help to drive the nail. So they will play a crucial role in real-time monitoring for workers' health and safety, alerting them to potential dangers. I think additionally, we've been working on using virtual realities and augmented reality called AR and offer immersive training solutions. Now that kind of like the first time I saw it was in the early 2000s, and now it became more complicated with metaverse. You actually can walk around and a real person approach and have good pros and cons with it. Some people argue that that may take the sense of danger away and actually promote a certain small fraction of worker to take more risk behavior. But I think all in all, it will give people a general awareness of what is going to happen in the real workplace. So if they have to work at height situations, they can respond to it. They can understand if you don't do the job step correctly, there are job safety issues, not just getting yourself hurt, but also hurt other people as well. So we can practice on emergency responses in a controlled environment. Now, however, successful integration requires a collaborative approach, including investing in workforce training, foster a culture of safety that embrace innovations. Some innovation may take a lot of resources and may not even see it coming to life. Some innovation can actually be very easy driven. In my previous work life, I started a project that we can use a smartphone to take a picture of a hazard situations. And then the smartphone will internal algorithm will send it to the landowner, the risk owner, so the hazard situation can quickly be rectified. Now that is a very powerful tool. People may think that, oh, it's just another hazard or danger reporting software, but to me, it's not. It's a tool that makes the worker aware of safety. The moment I want to catch is not really the photo. The moment I want to catch is they have the sense of this is dangerous. I'm going to take out my phone. I'm going to stop taking my phone, take a potho, and I'm going to send it out. No, that is what I try to capture. not really just the whole AI algorithm behind it. It's the enhancement of the worker aware of that this is not a good situation, I should report it, whether anonymously or with name. So that is very powerful to drive the whole workforce positively working towards a better good of the whole organizations. So with these technology among organizations, we can support adopt innovative solutions, enhance OSH across the whole Asia Pacific region. We can tap on things that people develop, enhance in other regions as well, through our international collaborations between different organizations, such as your esteemed ORP Foundation as well. So with that, I think I'm open my arm, embracing this emerging technology. But again, like any emerging technology, there are opportunities and there are risks. So we must understand any risks that are associated with it and be able to predict it, eliminate it, reduce it, or absorb it in different way of just like risk control manners. So people embrace AI, they're coming, embrace robot, they're coming, but make sure that we have to do risk assessment, make sure that we understand any change in the environment will introduce new risk, and we must be prepared to handle those risks.
Modern technologies bring so much of opportunities, yet indeed they bring the challenges. And if I could ask, is there any artificial intelligence tool you find particularly interesting?
I think they're all interesting. As a teaching professors, I just want to stop students from using it too much. But then the more I use it, it actually helps you to think more. Now, some people may think, oh, using Gen AI will actually take your brain away. Just put a question and they automatically give you answers. But the way I'm looking at Gen AI, large language model, is I can keep asking questions and I can keep refining the way I think. So it actually helped me as a sounding board. So that's very interesting. Also, I'm looking into those IoT, Internet of Things, that actually powered by Gen AI or powered by AI analytics in the background. So in the old days, you can just send a drone out. But now the low altitude economies driving a drone that can actually learn the topography of the environment. They can fly in the areas that it doesn't have a map and try to learn the area and try to do this. Now figure out if I have that drone in my workplace, a construction work site, I can have it fly around in the morning, even before people starting to work. I can map out all the hazards, map out the possible solutions, map out all the potential dangerous scenarios. I can create it back. So when the workers show up at the workplace in the morning, go through their shoebox talk, they can talk about the hazards, and immediately we can always have pictures, solutions, and awareness, and tell them that what can go wrong. Be sure that you handle it correctly. What PPE, what other method that you can use to prevent that. But the best way to prevent a safety accident is by eliminating the hazards, by substituting it, by avoiding it, not just by wearing PPE. So knowing all these solutions, we can put in a smart site safety systems that can really help reduce accident a lot. And by having a well-planned solutions, looking to design for safety issues, we can actually start looking at safety well before the drawing board, almost in a contractual tendering stage, by figure what can go wrong through the whole life cycle of a construction project. Figure what can go wrong every single steps using not just Gen AI, but expert opinion, all these collective opinions drive together, and hopefully we can demonstrate that we can remove or reduce the risk a lot through the whole life cycle at the beginning, so that during the worker phase, construction phase, operation and maintenance phase, we can see less and less accident. By that, Vision Zero may not be just a dream. This year we have accidents, next year we do, but 100 years later, 200 years later, if we can carefully play it out, we can use a more systematic approach, more robots, and put the human away from danger zones, just reserve them to do some work that we cannot replace human with, then I'm sure we can reduce accident rate to a zero. That is not a dream. This is actually a vision.
That's such a powerful takeaway. And while technologies is improving how we manage risks, true workplace safety comes from a strong safety culture. To make a real impact, risk management indeed needs to be embedded into everyday business decisions. Professor, what are the biggest challenges and opportunities in 2025 in building a safety culture that effectively integrates risk management into corporate decision-making?
Wow, I wish I have a crystal ball and tell you what is going to happen in 2025, although it's only early February. But I think a culture issue and the challenges is not just 2025. I think it's ranging from beginning of life, probably work into the next century as well. But 2025, we know a big growth in Gen AI, big large language models start from last year. And as you have the news, DeepSeek is coming out, a lot of different Gen AI coming out. But building a safety culture to integrate risk management into corporate decision making is always, always a challenge to safety professional and the safety industry, because it's posed such a significant challenge to not just the working level, the management level, and all the way to the board level. Now, why is that so? The key is to ensure that safety is not being perceived by the board member who are not safety professionals, that safety is not just a cost or a separate functions. Safety is not just something that, hey, you're a safety manager, go do it. Safety got to be integrated part of every business process. Whatever you do, think about safety. Think about what can go wrong, how light it's going to be, the consequence of something that can go wrong, and then you can address them. Figure out the cost of not addressing it is opportunity cost. So we need to drive the board, any management, senior management, all the way down to managerial level, even supervisor level, even to workers level, that safety is not a cost. It's ultimately saving money and also enhancing productivities. By removing someone get injured, you can actually enhance productivities. People always say, "Oh, I'm safe yesterday, I should be safe today." Yeah, that's exactly right. If you don't have accident yesterday, why will you have accident tomorrow? So by having that thinking, by putting the 7 golden rule, Vision Zero, into practice, you can actually drive out what can go wrong, a risk-informed thinking. That requires a mindset shift through the whole organization, all levels. From leadership to frontline staff, everybody has to take a share of this safety enhanced thinking to take away that safety is just a cost. Now, overcoming resistance and change is difficult. By having a culture change to this corporate ingredient DNA that I just want to make money can be particularly difficult, because sitting on the board, they care about the growth of business, the survival of the company. But if they can start thinking, if they don't invest on safety, no company can survive. Well, of course, they cannot invest everything on safety. So there's got to be an ultimate balance between how much they should invest, how practical it is. And that's exactly where we can step in as a professional to give advice, to give benchmarking, to look at best available technologies, to look at all different risk measures, to figure out where are you today, what risk are you facing, and what the board should be paying attention to. Now, there's always a difficult decision they have to make. How much should we invest into this particular issue? Some issues we need to invest more and faster. Some issues it's like so far-fetched that we can invest less and can put a back burner. Now that's where risk management come in. Risk is just a tool to measure how safe is safe, and we can use that tool to also measure how much should we spend on safety. Now, all these is to drive not just 2025 but also beyond, how a safety culture can integrate risk management into corporate decision making. The risk management is not just calculating enterprise risk, but also how much I should invest on it, what is the best available technology, what happens if I don't invest on it. So there are opportunity costs. What is the thing that I can do to keep the risk as low as reasonably practicable, or even to as low as whatever we can think of effectively.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. And if we could narrow it down, what's one mistake companies should avoid when building a safety culture?
I'm sorry, what?
What is one mistake that companies should avoid when building a safety culture?
There could be many, many mistakes. If you look at the do's and don'ts, you can list about maybe at least 100 each way. But the most common one that if you make me to respond right now is probably being complacency. If they think I haven't done anything and everything is safe in the past month, I should be safe the next month. There is a very low accident rate in the past year, I should have low accident rate this year. But by thinking that the work is changing, the workforce is changing, workforce is either go through aging or go through new workforce coming in with green hands that has no past experience before. So being complacency is probably one of the driving factor to get our accident rate going up. We look at some accident rate in certain Asia Pacific region area. The highest accident rate within age fraction is not the young one. It's actually the, I don't want to call it old one, but over 50s, the master level skilled worker one, because they think, oh, I've been doing this for years. Why should I listen to this rule book? The rule book, yeah, we don't follow that. I do whatever I've been doing. Oh, today I need to cut corner. I cut corner because I'm a master. That is the cause of accident. There's a precursor accident because we let down. Now, I also think about factories, work sites always like to keep no accident within how many million work hours. That is not something that they should just look at. That should be something that put in their mind that because what you have done in the past, so that you don't have an accident in the past, but you need to keep doing that. Seeing no accident in, let's say, million work hours doesn't mean that you can let go the safety people. You can actually put more effort into it to keeping your standard and numbers down as low as possible. Because whatever happened in the past is past. There are new things coming up. Every day is different. Weather is different. Tools are different. Cable is getting aging. Fire risk is always there. There's a lot of things going on. So by having a good accident rate in the past doesn't mean that you have good accident rate forever. System aging, workforce aging, many things are changing. So complacency, by not thinking deep, by not having the fear that something can go wrong every day, that is actually what drives safety down, in my opinion.
That is such an excellent answer. And building a strong safety culture requires continuous effort. So collaboration plays a crucial role in shaping the future workplace health and safety. As the International ORP Foundation celebrates its 25 years of advancing occupational risk prevention in Cartagena de Indias, Colombia, it brings together experts from around the world. In your view, how can gatherings like these drive lasting change in workplace health and safety?
By bringing together experts from around the world, your event can actually create a very unique platform for sharing diverse perspective and innovative solutions. It's very difficult to bring all the experts together in one small place, and they can share the knowledge, they can share their findings, and this diversity inclusion can foster a comprehensive understanding of occupational safety and health challenges and opportunities that can enable us to addressing them more effectively and efficiently. Now, such gathering with international experts can also offer a key opportunity to address emerging issues like psychological safety, mental health, diversity and inclusion. Now, these might seem far-fetched to some underdeveloping countries, but they're catching up really fast. By learning from those who have gone through the issues and who already put a system in place, we can see what they have done, some do's and don'ts, some lessons learned. So as this topic becomes central to workplace safety, we can learn from international forums that these are ideal places in changing best practices and development strategies that can prioritize employees' well-being, and engaging diverse perspective can also allow us to create comprehensive strategies to occupational safety and health, risk preventions, and other areas as well. So enriching the dialogues, talking to different people in a gathering like that, networking is important. Another thing is people can exchange their contact. So when they go back, they can always find out, hey, I want to know something more about this. I want to know more about mental health. I want to know more issues about it. Then they know where to contact. Usually, we know there's 6 degrees of dimensions. So you can always find someone within 6 levels of friendships. So another key area that I think and I hope your gathering can bring in place is attracting young attendees. I think young members is crucial for attending these events, not just experts. We should bring young members. In our conferences, we're always encouraging member organizations to bring young members, student members. By engaging the next generation of safety practitioners and professionals, we can inspire fresh ideas and approaches that can shape the future of occupational safety and health. we can encourage young people to participate, can also help to build a pipeline of future safety leaders who are committed to advancing workplace safety. Now, these challenges must be addressed as well. Now, ensuring the event is accessible and inclusive for participants from different areas, different region and background can be very complex. I think you also have challenges how to transforming the insights and agreements from conferences into actionable changes within their organizations so that they can have more good takeaway and they can get into actionable steps so they can enhance an ongoing dedication efforts. Now, finally, I think effectively disseminating and implementing the findings within the participants, you can play a crucial role by helping the global safety network to grow together. Learn from this gathering within a few days with your key findings can spread to the whole world. So for those people who didn't have the opportunity or couldn't come to your gathering in Colombia can also benefit from it. So I'm looking forward to seeing your results.
It's so inspiring. And how could we ensure that the momentum from these events continue afterward?
As I said, sharing information. If you can have post event workshops and also capturing the event into videos and post online so people can pick the topics and learn from it, that would be very, very nice. And if you can draw some takeaway in the closing of the events and also ask member organization to go back and look into that, and maybe they can go back and form their own sharing within their own country, their own region and cities. There's always sometimes, if you go to international gathering like that, due to resources issue, timing issues, organizations, cities, or even country can only send a small team. So hopefully we can encourage those who have the opportunity to participate in your events can go back to their part of the world and then have their own sharing within their own organization, their own regions. That will be extremely powerful that by having 1 to 10, 10 to 100, you can multiply the findings and collective opinions from your events to the whole world. I think that can drive your event to be even more significant in the whole world map.
Professor, thank you so much for your response. And do you have any advice for our audience?
Be safe, embrace new technologies, but actually, better one is we need to think about what can go wrong in every work step. Now, that doesn't mean that don't do anything. When I always ask people to think about what can go wrong, I say, I don't want to think about what can go wrong. I only want to think about what can go right. If you keep thinking about what can go wrong, nothing get done. That is very not true. By not knowing what can go wrong when you get into a workplace, that is suicidal. That's like banging your head into a wall without knowing the thickness of the wall. So having risk-based thinking doesn't mean that you don't do anything. It's just that you know what you're getting into. You put in safety preventive measures in before you get into a dangerous conditions, and that is what safety is about. Safety is not about doing things afterward. Safety is about preventing accident. Safety is about driving a zero accident in the future. So the one thing that I want everybody to remember is that safety is good. Safety can save money and can be productive.
For sure. That is such a beautiful advice. And before we close, I would like to remind that the 25th anniversary of the International ORP Foundation is just around the corner. We're looking forward to seeing you all in Cartagena de Indias, Colombia later this year. Stay safe, stay proactive, and follow official channels of the International ORP Foundation for more updates. Bye-bye!